Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming. The deck is out for the next event, which is a Beast Killer deck, Fire Beast Killer. Next event is a Commander event as well. And we're just gonna take a look at the cards and see if we've got a good deck for this week. Now, taking a look at the ultimate form, which is Flamebound Taurus. And this deck has got a skill that I haven't seen for quite some time. It's the skill that was on a dark, I think it was a commander deck, a dark commander deck 2 years ago, which was the Lalo deck, which stored the attack that you dealt and then deal it back when you activate the battle skill. So this one will create 4 firepower gem 4s plus 1 more for every 150 beast skill intensity. And at the start of the next 3 turns, so for the turn that you activate your battle skill, it will create 4 firepower gem 4s, and then for the next 3 turns after. So for 4 turns, you will get 4 firepower gem 4s, and you will get 1 additional when you get up to 150 intensity. So at some point, this card will be able to fill the board with power gems. Plus, on your 4th turn, when you activate your battle skill again, it will double up on the amount of power gems that you create. So, say you get to 150 intensity. When you get to your 4th turn, you will create 4 power gem passively, because this battle skill actually has got a passive built in it. And then when you activate the battle skill, you'll create 5. So you create 9. And that will continue to be the case as your intensity goes up. You'll create more power gems. And when you activate your battle skill, it will double up on the amount of power gems that you create. So it's not a bad battle skill when it comes to power gem creation. It's actually quite okay, especially for a commander event. You need cards that will create power gems passively every turn. So it's quite good for the Crusade mission. Really good for the Crusade mission. However, the stored damage, which we're gonna get to now, which is magma glands, it will store damage every time you attack. So every time this hero does damage, it will store the amount of damage done. Once 3 attacks are stored, no additional damage can be stored, and it will unleash it when you activate your battle skill. So if I can remember the Lalo deck quite well, the nuke damage wasn't really that good, because it doesn't store the damage done by the deck itself. It only stores the damage done by the card, and it isn't multiplied by the 3 keys. So it's the exact amount of damage that card dealt. So say for example, your card dealt 10 trillion damage over 3 turns. It will add the 10 million to the 10 million that it 10 trillion that it done each turn, add them together, so you get 30 trillion, and the nuke will be 30 trillion. That's if the card done 10 trillion. That's what this nuke damage does, which in and of itself is it's okay, but it's not really good. It's not like, say, your freedom fighter or your hard-worn gorillas, which is much better. So this nuke damage will not, I don't think it will be able to get you the 500% overkill, especially when your bosses get up to 300. It won't enable you in any way, shape, or form to get the overkill, but it will help you in the Crusade. It will work quite well in the Crusade missions, so it's not bad for the Crusade mission. I can see this deck being quite a fun deck to play in the Crusade mission if you've got the full deck. The next passive it's got is every 5th attack, it will increase the enemy turn count by 1. It hasn't got any boost on it. Don't think this deck has got any boost on it. It dispels armor, so we will have armor this event as well. And we're gonna take a look at the Master Collection card next, which is King of Cinder. And this card will create 4 power gem 4s plus 1 additional for every 150 beast killer intensity. And for the next 3 turns, it will create 4 Power Gem 4s as well. Unless you get up to the required intensity, then it creates 1 extra. So this card as well is really brilliant for gem creation. And at some point, you will be able to fill the board with Power Gem 4s, which is absolutely brilliant. The passive, which is every 5th turn, increases enemy turn count by 1, and that's the only other passive it's got on it. It's got a 3-turn cooldown, which is really brilliant. Really brilliant. I like the possibility of actually filling the board with power gems, and you're not primarily reliant on your intensity getting up to a certain level, because as I said, when you get to your 4th turn, which is when your battle skill becomes available again, because it's got a 3-turn cooldown, you'll be able to double up on the power gems that you create. So it's quite good. So for me, multiple copies of the Master Collection card is quite good. Probably 2 copies. 3 copies will be brilliant, but 2 copies is okay. Let's look at the ultra rare. The ultra rare will unleash the magma, dealing all the stored damage and then resetting to 0. So magma glands, every time this era does damage, it stores the amount of damage, and after 3 attack, it can't store anymore, and then when you use a battle skill, it unleashes a new damage. It's got a passive which creates 2 fire power gem freeze whenever this era attacks. So this one creates 2 fire power gem 3s passively. So this creates power gem as well every turn when you attack. So this is not too bad. So you will be attacking every turn because your Master Collection card will be creating power gems along with your ultimate form. So it's a constant power gem creation. So the deck is quite good when it comes to power gem creation. However, it hasn't got any boost, which worries me a lot. And I don't think the nuke damage will actually be really useful, especially when it comes up against the guild bosses. The Carillion guild bosses. So not really sure that this deck is actually a really powerful deck. It probably needs some outside influence in the form of the last Slayer Beast deck that we had. So let's take a look at the support card. So this is the 5-star stats for the support card. So it will create 4 fire gem now and at the start of next 3 turns. So this one will create fire gems as well passively for 3 turns, and on the 4th turn you can double up those gems, which it will give you 8 fire gems on the board. So this one won't be able to fill the board with gems because it doesn't increase the amount of gems that it actually creates, but it does heal for 3000% of your recovery every time this era attacks. So it gives you a constant heal every time you attack, which is okay, I guess. Let's see the main card. I've got a copy of the main card. So this is the main card. Now that's the Master Collection card. Main card looks quite... This is the main card. Garladon the Glorious. And Garladon the Glorious will create 3 fire power gem 2s now and at the start of the next 3 turns. So it does almost the same thing as Master Collection card. However, it hasn't got the ability to create more power gems, which would have made this card really brilliant. Would have made it an absolutely spectacular main card. However, it can give you 6 power gem on turn 4 after you first activate your battle skill, which is okay, I guess, but it's not really brilliant. It's okay. So it's an okay main event card. Those are your cards for this week. Is the deck quite powerful? I would say no, it's not a powerful deck. Is it really good at power gem production? I would say absolutely 100%. It is absolutely good at power gem production. I would think if you've got the full deck, which I haven't got, you would want to get some outside help from this card, Ring Royalty. So Ring Royalty will give you a boost and a revive. So at the start of each turn, all beast hero gain a boost to attack equal to your current percent HP. And it does give you a revive. Plus it will give you the ability to generate a bit more intensity, because you can add the relic from this deck as well, which will generate intensity, plus the card will generate 5 intensity. So it is a card that you could consider to put alongside your deck. So these are the cards that I got. I got the event card, and I got 3 support cards. I'll try this one out tomorrow and see how it works, see if it's okay, because all these cards will be producing gems and power gems every turn, so it will work okay in the crusade missions, because you'll get 3 4 is 12. You'll be getting 12 gems from the 3 support card, and on the 4th turn that will be doubled, so I'll get 24 gems plus the ones from my main card, which on the 4th turn it will give me 6, so that will give me approximately 30 gems and power gems on the board. However, this was a concoction that I came up with, and I've got Scoundrels of Savagery. I've got Servants of Savagery. Scoundrels. No, that's a different deck altogether. Servant of Savagery. Servant and Savagery is a useless card, I would say. The only use it's got is the killer skill. It just convert up to 5 columns of the board into rainbow power gems, which is absolutely no use for me whatsoever. And what it does, it will pass its killer skill onto Nitro Champs and its collection of Circuit Break Hilaria. Now, Circuit Break Hilaria is a really good card. It will increase Arcane Killer's attack by 200%, plus an additional 10% for every 20 Arcane Killer intensity, for up to a maximum of 565 for 1 turn. And if you have 8 or more firepower gem 1s or higher on the board, this is increased by 10, which is good. I've got 2 copies of that, so I can double up on the attack. Nitro Champ will then do its thing. It will become immune to damage for 1 turn if it while hit by enemy attack while immune. It will lead for 50% of recovery per 2 Arcane Killer intensity. If attack while immune become in the lead, gaining 30% damage reduction for 3 turns. The passive is what I'm after. Each time this area attacks, it increases Arcane Killer's intensity by 5 and create 2 firepower gem 4s plus 6 additional if in the lead is active. So that's where I'm gonna get some of my power gems. The rest of my power gems is going to come from Revenge's source, and this one will create 8 power gem 4s, and would also increase Fire Commander attack by up to 40%. And these ones, Circuit Break Hilaria does produce firepower gems passively, so every 3 turns it will create 4 firepower gem freeze. So this one will give me 4, that will give me 4, that's 8. Nitro Champs will give me approximately 8 as well, so that's 16. This one will give me 8, so that's 24. That's approximately 24 firepower gems, and the ones that comes from my relics as well, so that's not too bad. Okay, so I need to change this relic. That's not the correct relic, that's a Slayer relic, so that relic's not gonna work. So that's for Fire Beast Fire Slayer. Okay, so that's one possible combination for tomorrow. Hopefully I can probably get lucky in the 500 gem vault. I could get either Master Collection or Ultra. It doesn't really matter, because I can create I can craft a card. And if I do get a a gold card from the 500 gem vault, I could possibly get 2 master collection card, and then I can show you the full deck in action. If not, we'll run these ones, see how we get on with these ones, and we'll look at other possible combinations. So what's my what is my recommendation for this week? If you haven't got a Fire Beast deck, you could go for this one. As I said, it's really good at gem production, fire power gem production, and it's not power gem 1s or 2s, it's power gem 4s. So you can get a full board of power gem 4s quite quickly if you've got more than 1 copy of the master collection card along with your ultimate form. So it's really good at power gem production. It hasn't got any boosts, so I don't think without external help such as ring royalty it will do extremely high damage. However, it will be a fun deck to play, and it will be nice to have a deck that just basically produce power gems constantly, especially for a crusade mission. So if you've got the season coins, you could craft it, because if you don't use the season coins before the end of this event, they'll be converted to loyalty points. If you're not looking for a beast killer deck, then you probably could go for one of the past ultimate for this season. If I don't get any of the cards that I'm looking for to craft the deck, personally I would go for the water commander deck. I could go for the light deck as well, because I've got 2 copies of the master collection card. Could go for that one, but I like the water one a bit more. I just like the water ultimate form just that little bit more. So I'll probably go for the master collection card for the water, because I've got 3 ultra rares for that deck. So that's it. Not a bad deck, not really powerful, but not a bad deck. We will do possible deck combination tomorrow, but until then, like, subscribe, and if I do get the full deck, we'll talk a bit more about activation order, how much damage does the nuke does, stuff like that tomorrow on possible deck combination. If I get the full deck, if I don't, I'll probably have to research the deck itself and then give you a bit more information. So like, subscribe, and this is Acting saying peace